He bit the head off a bat. He defied the odds of addiction. He changed the face of heavy metal. And now, the world is saying goodbye to a rock god who left behind more than music. He left behind a legacy. Today, we look at the full story of Ozzy Osbourne. From his humble beginnings in working-class Birmingham to the world stage with Black Sabbath, from solo stardom to becoming a reality TV icon, and from near-death experiences to his legendary status in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This is the definitive biography of John Michael Ozzy Osbourne, the man who became the Prince of Darkness. John Michael Osbourne was born on December 3rd, 1948, in Aston, Birmingham, England. He was the fourth of 6 children in a working-class family. His father, Jack, worked night shifts as a toolmaker, while his mother, Lillian, worked days at a factory. Ozzy struggled with dyslexia and bullying in school, but showed an early love for music and theater. He was especially inspired by the Beatles, whose music he credits for changing his life. When he heard She Loves You, he knew he wanted to be a performer. He left school at 15 and worked a series of low-paying jobs, including construction, plumbing, and even a stint in prison for petty theft. In 1968, Ozzy joined forces with guitarist Tony Iommi, bassist Geezer Butler, and drummer Bill Ward to form a band called Earth. Soon after, they renamed themselves Black Sabbath, inspired by a horror movie marquee across from their rehearsal space. Their self-titled debut album, released in 1970, pioneered a new genre, heavy metal. Dark, ominous, and slow-burning, it was unlike anything that came before. Albums like Paranoid, Master of Reality, and Volume 4 followed, cementing their legacy as founders of heavy metal. Hits like Iron Man, War Pigs, and Paranoid made Ozzy a household name among rock fans. But behind the scenes, things were spiraling. Drugs and alcohol became a staple of Ozzy's lifestyle, and by 1979, his erratic behavior led to his dismissal from the band he helped create. Ozzy was at rock bottom, depressed, addicted, and aimless. That's when Sharon Arden, the daughter of his former manager, stepped in. She became his manager, then his wife, and later his rock. In 1980, Ozzy launched a solo career with the album Blizzard of Oz, featuring legendary guitarist Randy Rhoads. The album was a massive success with hits like Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley. Tragedy struck in 1982 when Rhoads died in a plane crash. Ozzy was devastated, but he pushed on with albums like Diary of a Madman, Bark at the Moon, and No More Tears. His solo career earned him platinum records, arena tours, and a new generation of fans. He proved that he wasn't just a member of Black Sabbath. He was a force of his own. Over the decades, Ozzy continued to evolve, collaborating with a wide range of musicians across generations. He teamed up with guitar virtuosos like Zakk Wylde and Jake E. Lee, both of whom became critical to his solo sound in the 80s and 90s. One of Ozzy's most iconic duets was with Lita Ford on the track Close My Eyes Forever in 1989, a haunting ballad that became a Billboard hit. He later collaborated with his daughter, Kelly Osbourne, on a remake of Changes, which topped UK charts in 2003. In later years, Ozzy expanded his legacy even further by working with artists from other genres. His collaboration with rapper Post Malone on the 2019 hit Take What You Want introduced Ozzy to an entirely new generation of fans. His 2020 album, Ordinary Man, featured collaborations with Elton John, Slash, and Duff McKagan. 2 years later, Patient Number 9 included guest performances from Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, and Tony Iommi, a full-circle moment for the former Sabbath frontman. These collaborations showcased Ozzy's adaptability and deep respect across the music industry. Whether it was metal, hard rock, or even pop, Ozzy proved time and again that his influence transcended genre. Ozzy became a magnet for controversy. From biting the head off a bat during a live show in 1982 to being blamed for teenage suicides due to the song Suicide Solution, he was constantly in the headlines. But these scandals only grew his legend. He embraced the chaos, becoming a symbol of rebellion. In the late 90s, Ozzy launched Ozzfest, a traveling metal festival that showcased both legendary and up-and-coming acts. It revitalized interest in heavy metal and introduced Ozzy to younger fans. Then, in 2002, a new era began. The Osbournes, a reality TV show on MTV, documented the wild and dysfunctional life of Ozzy, Sharon, and their children Jack and Kelly. The show was a massive hit and showed a new side of Ozzy: funny, frazzled, vulnerable. It made him a pop culture icon outside of music. Ozzy's health struggles began catching up to him. He suffered multiple injuries, including a near-fatal ATV crash in 2003. He was diagnosed with a rare form of Parkinson's disease in 2003, but only revealed it publicly in 2020. Over the next decade, he underwent multiple surgeries, stem cell treatments, and long rehab sessions. He often told fans, "My voice is fine. My body is the problem." Despite everything, he released more music, including the Grammy-winning album Ordinary Man in 2020 and Patient Number 9 in 2022. He canceled tours due to declining mobility, but kept recording, appearing in interviews, and connecting with fans. On July 22, 2025, Ozzy Osbourne passed away at the age of 76. The cause of death was complications from advanced Parkinson's disease. The news broke hearts around the globe. Fans, musicians, and celebrities flooded social media with tributes. From Paul McCartney to James Hetfield, the outpouring of love proved just how far-reaching Ozzy's influence had been. Ozzy Osbourne leaves behind a towering legacy. Over 100 million albums sold worldwide. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with Black Sabbath in 2006. Grammy Awards and Lifetime Achievement recognitions. A trailblazer in both group and solo metal music. Creator of the Ozfest phenomenon. Reality TV pioneer. But beyond stats, Ozzy gave generations of fans a voice. He turned pain into power, darkness into energy, and chaos into art. He paved the way for countless artists. Everyone from Slipknot to Post Malone cites him as a direct influence. His music lives on in video games, movies, and playlists across the world. Songs like Dreamer, No More Tears, and Mama, I'm Coming Home continue to touch lives. And perhaps most importantly, he showed us that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you can always get back up. Ozzy once said, "I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not living." And live he did. Fully, fiercely, and unapologetically. Ozzy Osbourne wasn't perfect. He was chaotic, hilarious, brilliant, and broken, but he was always real. That authenticity made him beloved around the world. He leaves behind his wife Sharon, his children, and millions of fans who will keep his music and his spirit alive forever. This has been the story of a legend, the story of a survivor, the story of Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, Prince of Darkness. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment your favorite Ozzy moment or song. We post in-depth celebrity biographies, tributes, and music history content every week. Thanks for watching.